this organization in very high esteem. You can't afford to be late. You can't afford to be seen playing pranks. You can't afford to be a layabout. So you hold it well because it's an opportunity for you. If tomorrow you are starting your own radio station
or TV,
then you see, because you've invested your time in working and you saw it as an opportunity, you will take it to a different length.
You would have built experience.
You have built experience. You have seen what works and what doesn't work, and you have known what it takes to be a good staff. So for me, I think that it's an opportunity for me to shine. Number 3 is the God factor. That is a bit. I don't want to go too much into it, but I think that no matter what you believe in, it keeps you focused on good things.
Yes.
So we must have that also. And finally, we shouldn't see money as you must have. We should see it as a servant. The end is the most important thing. In other words, if you are thinking about wealth, money should not be your first focus. So you can't be talking about wealth and your number one focus is money. Your number one money should be just a result that will come out. But it should be, your first focus should be maybe value or people rather than the money. Okay.
And as we go along, of course, as we move to other areas, I know obviously our listeners will be sending in their questions as well, and also their contributions to the WhatsApp line 050-000-0039. Let me just quickly remind our listeners and viewers who we are here with. We are with the CEO of UBA Ghana Limited, Madam Abiola Bawuah. She's our guest this morning here on the Morning Express on the Money and Investment series here on both TV and Radio XYZ, and she's just taking us through a wonderful journey of in fact she just mentioned that, look, integrity is not built in a day. It's something that should be an attitude. It should be a daily experience, and you build it over the years. It should be driven with a certain purpose, and it should be a deliberate thing that you do on daily basis. She's just walked us through some interesting ingredients that you need in as much as you want to create and grow wealth. Let's move to other areas.
Okay, so just for me to as a recap, and so in trying to create wealth, I want to underline that we need to think about people and not just our pocket. So it's very critical, because for a lasting wealth, people are part of the outcome.
But I thought you are the one who wants to create wealth.
Yes.
So why should the focus be more about the people?
The people you want to create wealth, you are working with, let's take a typical institution like
XYZ Broadcasting Limited. Yes.
You are thinking about, I believe the topic you brought today is to help one life out there. You never know the 1,001 people who today might tune in into XYZ. And somebody's, oh, wow, okay, then I'm going to focus on this farm. I'm going to do this. You have touched life. But if you are just thinking about money and you said, look, XYZ needs to make money, we need to share good bonus at the end of the year. What that means is that you might say, okay, UBA, even though we think you have a very good message for us, unless you pay us 10,000, I'm not going to come. So somebody out there is also not going to get that message. So I'm saying that in trying to create wealth, I wouldn't have been in XYZ, but for the fact that you gave me this opportunity, who knows, tomorrow I might bring you business. So in not putting money first, you've drawn me nearer to you. So tomorrow when I bring you business, what happens? You will make that money.
Absolutely.
So you have created wealth. But if you had put money first, that look, this is radio station, you can't come free. I wasn't going to come here, and I will not come because I wouldn't have seen what you can do.
Exactly.
But I think the opportunity that you've given today has given me the opportunity to see, oh wow, these are beautiful settings. I want to be associated with XYZ. So that's what I meant by money should not always be a priority when you want to create a lasting wealth. The fourth on our agenda this morning is for us to always think about giving value. I think it borders closely on the first one I said. Rather than to take, we should focus our mind on giving value. It's very, very critical. We are told that by Arthur Ashe, who is a US author. He quoted something I want to share with our
viewers and
listeners.
Yes.
From what we get in life, we make a living. But from what we give, we make a life. So our ultimate goal in creating wealth should always be, I want to give value. And I've read so many books on it, that it is when we focus on wealth, when we focus on value, that wealth comes as an outcome. So we should think about value, giving value to humanity.
Yes.
Okay. The fifth one is we should take all our opportunities. Most of the time we drop opportunities, but in life, if you want to become very wealthy, I think that all opportunities in life, you must see it, and you must be able to sniff it on daily basis. Very early.
It should be something that
when you see, you should be able to. You should sharpen your nose. So when you see opportunity, you quickly grab it. You should be able to seize it when quickly. You sniff it early, you seize it quickly, or you create one smartly.
It'll be interesting to know how you can build that ability to be able to sniff and see opportunities.
Remember, we came talking about having the right attitude.
Exactly.
If you have the right attitude, you sharpen all those senses around you. If you are a student and you know very well you want to create wealth, what it means is that today, when you are in school, you put in your very best. Very best, not nearly best. Very best. You see every skill as very important. You see learning as very important. My son came home recently, and he was just watching TV. And his school's outside the country. I said, look, why don't you go and learn how to baba? So he went to school recently, and he called me and said, Mommy, guess what? 2 of my colleagues were going out to go and baba their hair for $30. And I said, come, I'll do it for you for $20.
Wow.
So he got $40.
Wow.
That is wealth. He's made money.
In fact, you just shown him an opportunity.
Wow. But he could have wasted that time watching soaps. You get it?
Absolutely.
So opportunities you need to, because abroad it's expensive. Here, barbering may be cheap, but over there it's expensive. So you need to be able to put yourself in that mood so that when an opportunity comes, you start. I remember a few years ago, pure water was not part. We used to use somebody thought about it. Somebody thought about bottling water. So we need to look around us and be able to sniff that, seize it quickly. If they are not available, you think of one and create it very smartly. So we need to take opportunities at all costs. Okay? And then the sixth one, we need to be different. If you want to create a radio station, XYZ cannot be doing what other radio stations do and be talking about wealth. You cannot. You need to ask yourself, how do I distinguish myself? So the sixth ingredient is also very critical. I'll put it on the same level as the integrity.
Okay.
You need to be different. There are 34 banks in Ghana. If everybody can open an account for you, everybody can give you a loan, as a matter of fact. But for me to make a lasting impact on you, for you to want to give me a certain outcome I need to go beyond that extra miles. I need to give you reason to want to come back. I need to give you reason to want to pay a premium. So it is in the payment of that premium that UBA Ghana will make more profit.
Profit, yes.
So then you can see that being different. Is a key ingredient to making, to being wealthy or to making wealth.
And the reaction to being different can be such an uncomfortable experience sometimes. For instance, you find yourselves amongst a lot of people in white, and you've gone for, say, a dinner, and then you come in say, black. You'll be seen as the odd one amongst them. Now, let's try and take this principle to being different. Obviously, the experience is going to be uncomfortable in the beginning. How do you brace yourself for that and still push to everybody that, look, I chose to be different?
Yes, of course. Remember I mentioned that I think I quoted one of the guys who said, it's better for you to take an imperfect action.
Absolutely.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Than to take a perfect inaction.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use the example that you just cited.
Yes.
A lot of people are in white,
yeah.
and you chose to wear your black.
You're black.
Wow, everybody will look at, who is this odd person?
Yes.
But remember, one of our ingredients says, believe in yourself. You've got to first believe in it. You've got to feel good about what you are doing. So if you don't feel good, then you are going to waver. But if you feel good about yourself, people are going to look at him. He's so odd, and yet he's walking so confidently. Wow. Let me find out what about this. Okay. So they will come to you, and you can tell them that, you see that your white is a bit stained. Why don't you check this black out?
So you indoctrinate them.
Get
them to tag along.
Because you believe in yourself,
yes.
They will want to come along. They will want to find out why you are walking so confidently in black. So in the attempt to find out, then they will try it, and then they see it. Prior to UBA Ghana coming to this country, we were doing what we call armchair banking. I didn't come with UBA, but I had worked with the second bank in Ghana. So I've always been in the banking space in Ghana. We sit down for customers to come. And so when UBA Ghana came, and they call what they call marketing, visiting customers, we were laughing at them. How can you do that? You should sit down, let the customers come.
It's like literally begging them to come. I guess.
You get it? Yes. So people were going, they were moving from offices to offices. Right. They had labeled their cars, UBA. I remember we crossed our legs and we were like, see these people. How can you be doing? They are so, useless bank. Today, what do we see? All the 34 banks are doing serious marketing, serious customer visitation. You get it? So if they had not distinguished themselves, they had not believed in themselves, we will have used our belief to pull them down. So you must have a belief, and you must believe in what you are doing. It's very, very critical. And you must set out, in trying to be different, one of the ingredients you need there is for you to make up your mind that, look, if people are doing it good, I'm going to do it better. Today, if you look at, I want to take a typical industry. It used to shoes. When we were growing up, we were wearing better, isn't it?
Yes.
Later on, various shoes came in and they overtook them. You get, if you look at Kodak for camera, it was a beautiful camera until other ones started coming in. So no matter what you are doing, or no matter where you find yourself, everybody may be doing it good, but you need to ask yourself, how do I do it better? If they're already doing it better, how do I do it what? Best. So for you to be different, or to dare to be different, then you have to think about being the standard. You must be the standard. Once you are the standard, then you are doing it best. You don't think about, how do I join the standard? No. How do I be the standard? And how do I be the best? Once you do that, I believe that whatever thing you are inside, you soon see yourself excelling. And once you are excelling, you are creating value. And once you are creating value, wealth becomes the outcome.
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
And certainly you'll be getting there.
You are getting there, of course. The seventh is to commit yourself. You need to commit yourself. It goes beyond I want, I'm doing. Is to be able to tell yourself, I must do it. Our own Mandela will tell us that journey to wealth is very crooked. It has a lot of crucibles. It's not a smooth journey. I believe if you talk to Dangote today, you talk to William Buffett today, you talk to our own ex-president, whatever you want to talk, anybody who has wealth, they will tell you it's not easy. It's difficult. But wealth, or a dream to make wealth, involves sweat, determination.
Is there a personal experience that you can share with us, and in terms of how you became determined and you closed your eyes to all the obstructions and all the barriers and say, look, I'm focusing no matter what?
I'm not a wealthy person, so I'm still on that journey to become wealthy.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember when I was in school, I think Form 2, when my early Form 2, when my dad lost his business. And I'm privileged to have attended Achimota School, where, I mean, a lot of wealthy children are. And I made up my mind that, okay, so what do I do? So quickly, I started little trading, selling, just to make sure that I have enough to pay my school fees and my siblings. There were a lot of pressures. You look very bush. You look very uncooked. You are not able to go abroad and all those things. People will want to, who is this who wants to do everything selling? I want to travel and go and buy things. But I was determined. I was very determined.